morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity. Today, I would like to give my argument about a motion. The motion is this House believes that social media has a negative impact on democracy. We, the affirmative team, strongly believe that social media has a negative impact on democracy. The negative role of social media for democracy is the problem of hoax. We both know that the phenomenon of hoaxes has polluted or spread poison in the democracy that we are living right now. Gajah Mada University criminal expert Professor Dr. Edi OSHRH SHMH said that news of hoaxes, slander, hate speech is not part of the democratic process. Disseminating information through social media must be based on facts, data, and truth. In 2018, the General Election Commission KPU added to the election campaign method 2019, which is a campaign using media social. However, reflecting on some extraordinary cases, experts in Indonesia have warned that social media easily triggers conflict because of literacy levels. According to Indonesian academic Adi Prayitno, many Indonesians are still irrational and inclined emotionally when dealing with different political views. They think politics in Indonesian democracy is the road to heaven or a fight between good and evil because of the influence of the public on information in any media that is not necessarily the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, polarization of social media in Indonesia is finally often compared to what is happening in the United States. Foreigners usually immediately assesses that most Indonesians are unaware of what is happening in the world international. The negative effects of social media can damage the image and dignity of the Indonesian people and the country's democratic system. Therefore, we should filter the information from social media and use it properly and correctly. So, we, the affirmative team, believe that social media has a negative impact on democracy. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity. Today, I would like to give my argument about a motion. The motion is this House believes that social media has a negative impact on democracy. We are, the negative team, will refuse the affirmative team argument. The first affirmative said, if the negative role of social media for democracy is the problems of hoax. However, based on United States technology experts, hoax not easily influence democracy if the people do not easily believe an information before knowing the truth. Social media does not always give negative impact. Social media also gives a positive impact on democracy. And then, in matters of political economy, permitted using social media as a campaign method because we are also getting bigger. This was stated by Wahyu Setiawan. In other words, if the accounts are not suitable content with the applicable provisions, Bawaslu KPU will follow up on this matter Law number 14 of 2008 concerning openness of public information. On balance, the question of whether social media platforms has a negative impact on democracy is easy. On balance, they are not merely good. They are terrific for people to govern themselves. They need to have information. They also need to be able to convey it to others. Social media platforms make that task easier. There is a subtler point as well. When democracies are functioning properly, people's sufferings and challenges are not entirely private matters. Social media platforms help us alert one another to a million and one different problems. In the process, the existence of social media can prompt citizens to seek solution. Consider the remarkable finding by the economic Amartya Sen that in the history of the world, There has never been a famine in a system with a democratic press and free elections. A central reason is that famines are a product not only of a scarcity of food, but also a nation's failure to provide solution. When the press is free and when leaders are elected, leaders have a strong incentive to help. Mental illness, chronic pain, loss of employment, vulnerability to crime, drugs in the family, information about all this spread via social media, and they can be reduced with sensible policies. When people can talk to each other and disclose what they know to public officials, the whole world might change in a hurry. But celebration can be awfully boring. So let's hold the applause. Are automobiles good for transportation? Absolutely. But in the United States alone, over 300 over over 5500 people died in crashes in 2016. Social media platforms are terrific for democracy in many ways, but pretty bad in others. And they remain a work in progress, not only because of new entrants, um, but also because the not so new ones were including Facebook continue to evolve. What John Dewey said about my beloved country is true for social media as well. The United States are not yet met. They are not a finished fact to be categorically assessed. For social media and democracy, the equivalents of car crashes include false reports or fake news, and the proliferation of information cocoons, and as a result, an increase in fragmentation, polarization, and extremism. If you live in an information cocoon, you will believe many things that are false, and you will fail to learn countless things that are true. That's awful for democracy. And as we have seen, those with specific interests, including politicians and nations such as Russia, seeking to disrupt democratic process, can use social media to promote those interests. This problem is linked to the phenomenon of group polarization, which takes hold when like minded people talk to one another and end up thinking a more extreme version of what they thought before they started to talk. In fact, that's a common outcome. At best, it's a problem. At worst, it's dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, from participating in social media in the in the election, social media can also be seen planning in implementing democracy in Indonesia. In addition to the election, public appreciation in social media also provides developments in the implementation of democracy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we, the negative team, disagree that media social has a negative impact on democracy. Thank you.